I'm a very hard client to satisfy. And I'm like, wow, you said what you were going to do. You delivered a product that I very much was engaged in. And I got the result that I wanted to finally get to the point where I was looking at the fretboard and I knew where I was going.
So now I feel like I deserve all the guitars that I'm buying now.
I got so much more than I ever realized I would. I am not stuck anymore.
I think the reason this is successful, the course, is that you care so much. You care about the people, you care about them learning, and that's all the difference.
There are few things that I love more than celebrating the graduates of my guitar program. So in this video, you're going to hear from some of them. You'll hear from Paolo, who is a C-suite executive in Chicago. He's a husband, a father, a lifelong passionate guitarist. You will hear from Anne, who is a retired civil engineer in California. You'll hear from Peter, he works in finance in Vermont, and many others as well. So please enjoy hearing from some graduates of my guitar program.
I think I had high hopes for the program, and it fulfilled those hopes. High hopes because you impressed me with how organized you were. Everything is laid out exactly as it needs to be. You explained where the courses are, the PDFs match the lectures match this, the practice videos match the pages on the lecture. I'm impressed by your organization, and that meant a lot to me because I am, like as you said, I'm incredibly busy. I don't have time to futz around looking through things, and you want people to ask questions, but sometimes you've laid it out so clearly, there aren't many questions to be had about the operations of the program. So kudos, that impressed me.
Well, I love your personality. I think you're fantastic, and the way you teach and just your whole vision. I see it, and you're very nurturing in that way. And I just felt that I could really do well under your tutelage.
Yeah, it was really, I liked it, you really presented it like a course, like a college course practically, right? With, everything was organized well, laid out well. I really enjoyed that, between the lessons and the PDFs that go along with them. And it really was like a curriculum. But having you involved, I think is, it's just not a video library that you download, I think that's the difference between this and some other courses,
It's a surprise to me that I could get so much so quickly. I think the program's really well organized, super well organized, that every day you have a little bit more, but it's not too much. And you really do learn a lot in a short period of time. And it was something I never got out of private lessons. I learned, but not at the speed that this was, and it was great.
Like, it was very, very great to finally get to the point where I was looking at the fretboard and I knew where I was going. Like, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there's that scale. There's that scale. And oh, yeah, look at this. And I was actually connecting things on my own and inserting them into my practice, and now having full command of what I was doing versus my fingers just aimlessly creating a pattern. Now I'm like, oh, no, wait a minute. Now I understand the pattern, and now I know how to connect it to the other patterns. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for confidence in putting the patterns together, understanding when I look at the fretboard where I'm going and where I want to start, where I want to end it, and have meaning behind the things that I'm playing. And yeah, I got that.
You're always positive and easy to talk to. So it was great. And it brought me out of my shell a little bit.
And I would say one comment is I think the reason this is successful, the course, is that you care so much. You care about the people, you care about them learning, you care about, it's that level that makes it successful too. So that's huge. Yeah.
You care about the people. It shows. It shows.
You have a very good way of delivering feedback to basically get my attention to what you want me to do. And you did it in a way that was, you can continue doing that if that's the quality you're looking for. But if you're looking for something warm or a little bit more fluid, then you may want to consider this. And I think you may have given me that feedback because of what you know about me and the musical styles I like. So it could have been driven by that, which means that you're insightful. So you're giving good feedback. You know how to give criticism. You lay the information out very clearly, and you present yourself very well, which makes this interaction very positive.
You give awesome feedback, and you work with us, and you give each member of your program, you give a lot of time and effort into communicating with us. And I would definitely recommend your program to anyone who feels stuck with their playing.
I wish everyone had a mentor like you, who could really, could answer the questions in real time and be supportive. I think the materials that are out there for guitar players today, especially on the internet, don't necessarily provide that. And that's what, the one-on-one accountability element does provide.
I had a number of online instructors. And I sincerely, like, in hindsight, us as like the non-professional musicians, we're very forgiving to poor instructors, because we kind of have figured out that they're not always on their game, right? It's just like, I can't imagine what a master class with Slash would be like, right? Like, we've kind of maybe that's why we struggled in lessons, like you say in your advertisement for your program, because it's like they don't have a vested interest in our success. You do. And that's a difference, right? Like right there, I think that needs to be said, that if you have an interest in your students' success, then we're going to have a good, healthy relationship about learning the information together and being supportive of one another. Whereas in the other courses, I think they're more transactional, right? You pay me, I'll throw you PDFs, and I'll show you on the video. Okay, you got that? Cool. All right, see you next week, right? I think that's why it doesn't lend itself to success, because you're already just trying to catch up to that person. That person may not be invested in your success. They're kind of just like, well, I'm paid, I'm deigning to serve you because you gave me my money, and here's your lesson, and be grateful I gave you one.
But, once I made that decision, on our call, and I was like, I just dove in, and it's been great because it's given me a lot of confidence, even all the Zoom calls with people, like meeting people and stuff, like, because I work from home. So it's nice to have interaction, even if it's on the computer with different people, and I love being a part of this community too. It's just awesome.
And it's funny, when I learned way back, I learned by ear. That's how I learned. There was no like YouTube or even like before like CD player when you could go back. I had to pick up the needle off the record and find the spot and put it back on. So yeah, I learned to play by ear. So which is great, but having that also the fundamental behind it too is huge. Yeah, so I would say definitely recommended, just as a reset in your playing, if anything else, to get yourself regrounded and have now that you've developed all these skills over the years, go back and have a good home base again, and just reinforce a lot of these things.
I am so excited to be a new version of myself, and yeah, it's exciting, and I feel like I'm ready to keep going now instead of being stagnant. And it's funny because I've invested so much in instruments, but they just sit there if I don't play them. So I got to invest in me. I got so much more than I ever realized I would. And I can go forward now. I'm not stuck anymore. And so yeah, I am worth the investment, and you're motivated, and you keep us motivated, and you learn so much. I would say jump in with both feet. It's refreshing. It's you'll feel like a new person.
A program like this, it has definitely opened up my eyes to, I can still do these things, and I can still improve, and I can still be better. And then a final statement, which I think is very important as a parent, it also shows my kids that you're never too old to learn. You're never too old to apply something that you really love and do it, and still be creative and still keep growing with it. So that way they see that, don't stop evolving, don't stop learning. Doesn't matter what it is, follow your passion, keep doing it, because it rewards, it enriches your life very, very substantially if you can follow the passion and and insert that so that you have an outlet. And this is my outlet.
Being a lawyer, I have a pretty demanding schedule at times, and I look at this as an escape, a way to kind of move to a comfortable, safer space. When I made the commitment to join Fearless Fretboard, I made the commitment. It was sitting down every day, planning out my practice time, knowing what I was going to do. As with anything, life can get in the way. But I stuck with it and I picked it up. What's amazing is when you do that, you find that all it takes is just getting into the groove. Because once the groove sets in, you got it. You're already doing it.
This has been, a lifelong dream, just to be able to play the guitar, well, and know what I'm doing. So now I feel like I deserve all the guitars that I'm buying now. I can pick it up, play a scale, know where I am, what I'm doing. And, even if I flub a little bit, just the fact that I'm making music makes me very, very happy. And because I love music.
Don't be afraid of theory, because theory doesn't have to be complex, and your program breaks it down in like the least complex way. It'll give you a better understanding of what you need to know. That way you can break free of feeling trapped.
This was kind of a bucket list item for me for music. I've been in music since, I don't know, 3rd or 4th grade in one way or another. And I knew I needed to learn the fretboard for probably 20 years now, but I haven't done it. And I just felt like I wanted to be a really good player. And I didn't see why I couldn't be, but I knew that was one thing in my way. So I'm just excited that at this point in life, I could learn it. I can learn it well, and I can learn how to practice so that I can make more of it. My plans are hopefully to play for people. I'm playing at church, and I've been trying to play better for that. And I want to play maybe at the wineries, or maybe for nursing homes or something, just to spread the enjoyment of music and the benefits of it.
I would say that if you truly are wanting to understand the fretboard more clearly so that you can build on your passion, so that you can build more music, so that you can become more musical in your creativity, and you can unlock the potential that you've always felt that you've had, this course can do that. Because you have an instructor that's invested in your success, along with a community and very clear focused goals through the written curriculum, through the online community, the video sharing, and receiving again feedback that's important for your success. I think that combination is very powerful to get you to where you want to get to, and you will leave the course with that confidence of now you understand your instrument better, which is what exactly you've been looking for in the first place.
I hope that you enjoyed hearing from some of the graduates of my guitar program. If you're hungry to hear more testimonials, I got tons more right here on the YouTube page. And if you'd like to learn more about the guitar program specifically, you can check out the video pinned onto my profile, and I probably have it here in the corner here as well. And I'll see you in the next video.